Does the mere mention of a holiday with the family make you more anxious? The holidays can be both a joyous and stressful time. You may be looking forward to eating Aunt Sarah's famous apple pie or dread seeing your annoying cousin who always manages to say the most inappropriate thing at the wrong moment. You cannot change the people in your family, but dealing with family during the holidays can be managed better to avoid extreme stressors. What makes family relationships complicated during the holidays? The notion that we are all the same, since we are related, causes family interactions to become difficult. Family systems do not always allow us the freedom to be who we are because of pre-established roles of who we are expected to be and how we are supposed to act based on gender, birth order, family norms, and family rituals. This is one of the primary reasons why family relationships can be complicated, especially during the holiday season. We are trying to fit parts that have evolved and changed. Unfortunately, this often results in unavoidable battles. Instead of preparing for battle this season, follow these 11 tips to make family gatherings more enjoyable this holiday season. Tip number 1. Have realistic expectations. You know your family members. You know which ones will come in hot. You know which ones will ask the uncomfortable questions before they even take their coats off, and you know the ones who will eat all of your food and bring absolutely nothing to add to the holiday dinner table. Use your knowledge of your family to help prepare you to deal with their behaviors proactively, to an extent. As you visit family members, set realistic expectations of the people in your life. Do not mistakenly think the people who have displayed the same negative traits or annoying habits are suddenly walking through your door as changed human beings. Keep expectations manageable. Set realistic expectations of yourself. Face your flaws, acknowledge them, and give yourself some grace. You are only human, and just as you cannot expect family to transform instantly, you also cannot expect your personality attributes to change simply because it's the holidays. Observe others instead of reacting to them. Tip number 2. Know what you can control and what is beyond your control. There will be family-related and holiday-related elements that you can control and some that you cannot. Consider whether you have the power to influence what is happening when something starts to irritate you. You can avoid inserting yourself into overly stressful situations if not necessary. For example, you cannot control your uncle's drinking, but you can control how much face-to-face time you have with him. Likewise, you cannot control how your sister and her children interact, but you can control how you interact with your children. Tip number 3. Boundaries, boundaries, boundaries. Boundaries are important, especially if you find spending the holidays with your family stressful. When you consider your intentions and boundaries, decide what will be entirely off limits for you ahead of time. Remember that it is not your job to set their boundaries, you can only set your own. If your boundaries are violated even after you have made them clear, simply let everyone know that you will go ahead and leave, but you love them all and will see them next year. Tip number 4. Focus on the positive, not the negative. Yes, you have some family members that are difficult, exhausting, and frustrating. Yes, the holiday season can be long, taxing, and demanding. It is too easy to fall into a negative cycle of thinking if you allow it. Keep your brain in a positive mental space. Tip number 5. Practice self-care. Before going to a family event that might set you off emotionally, engage in something that will help you relax, such as taking a nap, deep breathing, using essential oils, or participating in a favorite hobby. Tip number 6. Avoid controversial topics. Contentious topics, like politics, religion, and social issues, only lead to arguments and potential conflicts. So instead, talk about work, school, sports, movies, books, food, or even the weather. If the subject strays to a controversial one, politely excuse yourself to another room. Tip number 7. Avoid overindulgence. Minimize your alcohol intake. This will allow you to control your stress tolerance and decision-making better. In addition, if you keep your emotional levels in check, you will better tolerate the ups and downs. Tip number 8. Listen to your body and mind. Trust your internal compass and pay close attention when you need to pace yourself. Sometimes you decide if it is worth enduring some discomfort to receive the gains of connection. While other times, you will decide that the discomfort is not worth the expense. Listen to you how your body feels. Tip number 9. Do not be afraid to say no. Consider changing traditions that do not align with who you are. Choose to excuse yourself from holiday activities you do not feel comfortable attending. Remember, saying no to attending certain events or engaging in certain conversations does not mean you do not care about the people that are a part of them. Instead, it means you are protecting your peace to continue engaging with people you care about without excess stress or resentment. Tip number 10. Take a deep breath or 5. If you cannot physically leave a stressful situation, you can always focus on breathing. Take 5 slow, deep breaths, focusing on breathing in and out. Even this short break can have a powerful effect on stress and anxiety. Focusing on your breathing is one thing that you can control. Tip number 11. Practice tolerance and gratitude. Time with the family is an excellent time to practice gratitude for yourself and your family members. It is also a great time to be thankful for all that you have in your life. Think of the things you hold dear and thank your lucky stars for, and focus on them. Use this seasonal time to remind yourself to be tolerant of other people. You never know what other people have going on in their lives. Show even the most trying relative kindness and patience during the holidays because it might make a major impact in their universe. We hope these helpful hints get you through the holidays. This holiday season, remember to take care of yourself, identify your values, and be mindful of your perspective. Please comment below if there are other tips you use to survive the holidays with family members.